Right, so this video is for you if you found it, if you're drawn to it, so trust in that, okay? And it's going to be all about this whole feeling anxious, going through stuff, right? Feeling a certain way, you've clicked on this video because you're feeling anxious about the future. What is your purpose? What are you going to do, okay? You feel like you need to know. And if that's your question, then this is your video. Now, for those that have been going through, which is likely yourself, anxiety, health issues, just lately, just recently, questioning, okay? The answer to the question of what is my purpose, what should I do? What if I was to say to you that your purpose is to feel safe in your own body and to look after your well-being and look after yourself and nurture yourself like you are your own baby, okay? Look after yourself and think of yourself in that way. So when you want to think, what do I need, what should I do, just like a baby cries, just like a baby needs food and feeding and love and nurturing and rest, that's what you need, right? So your only purpose right now is to learn how to feel good, to learn how to cater to your own needs, to feel safe in your body. You don't have to figure everything out, because when you're in this space of feeling anxious, unsure and unsafe, the downloads and the information that you want to receive to know what to do next, or to know what action step to take, and to feel that come through your channel, that's not going to come because you're not in the space to receive it. And if you're going through this, I want you to know that you are living your purpose right now. Just because you don't have it all figured out yet doesn't mean that you're not living your purpose. It's this whole thing around faith, right? This is a time for faith. And I want to congratulate you for doing how do we say this? For doing the work, shall we say. And when I say the work, I mean on yourself, for looking for this video, for whatever you've been doing. Perhaps you've been to see a doctor and you realise, oh, they can't really do much apart from throw tablets at me. And then you're like, well, what can I do? What can I do to help myself? And perhaps you have been taking naps, and perhaps you have been eating food and filling yourself up with good stuff and the nutrition that you need, or treating yourself, or not being so hard on yourself, So yeah, well done for everything that you have done, and for the love that you have shown to yourself, because that can be hard. It can be not easy, but it can be. I understand your position because of what I've been through in my life, and there's been times where I've just felt so all up in my head and worried about where I'm going, what I'm doing, that it just makes me ill, right? So my advice, through my experience and through having gone through it, is you don't need to know. All this needing to know is what's making you feel anxious. And just like everything you've been through in the past, all the challenges you've come through, all the difficulties, all the things that just came out of nowhere and then you dealt with them, that's what's going to happen in the future. And you're just going to get better and better at this because you're wiser, right? We don't go through things for no reason. We go through it, we learn as we go through it and grow through it. So there's no light without dark. There's no yin without yang. How do we know what happiness feels like unless we've been through sadness? How do we know what joy feels like unless we've been in sorrow, right? This is for anyone out there that is questioning themselves and saying, what am I doing? What am I doing? First things first is to feel safe, nurture yourself, treat yourself like your own baby. Get the help that you need, whether that's a therapist, a coach, a spiritual teacher, whether it's watching videos like this on YouTube, whether it's meditating, getting out into nature, eating well, sleeping well, treating yourself to those things that make you feel good, resting more, being more, meditating more, doing yoga, watching those movies that make nostalgic movies that make you feel like a kid, drawing, painting, being in the moment, whatever the things are, the things that you're just feeling more in your body, more you, more centered, more grounded, and know that the answers that you are looking for will come to you. And this is one of the hardest things sometimes to believe in, but they always have, haven't they? And they always will. If they always have, they always will. You're only getting wiser and smarter, you know. It's not the other way around. But quite often it's hard to tell ourselves this. That's why I wanted to make this video and say, if you found this, you found it for a reason. And we can often think like, oh, everyone else has so got their shit together, you know. Everyone else knows what they need to do. But they don't, right? Yeah. If you're in a space of the unknown, if you're in a bit of a fork in the road, a bit of a void, or whatever you want to call it, if you've had health issues that have made you stop and think, if you've been through this stage of unknown, if you're going through it, it's happening for a reason. And just know that you have angels watching over you. You have guides, you have spirit guides. They are with you. You cannot leave this body until it's your time, okay? So if you're meant to be here, you'll be here. And take the pressure off yourself. Just breathe, okay? Just breathe and know it's all working out. There's so much rushing in this world. People rushing to jobs that they feel like they have to do in order to live and survive. There's so much trying to fill up what's missing inside of ourselves by accumulating stuff on the outside. And if I look at myself, so now I'm 36, if I look back at when I was maybe say early 20s, I used to do the same thing, and then I wondered why I wasn't feeling fulfilled. It's like you can't fill your cup up from the outside, you have to pour into it, don't you? You're likely, if you're watching this video going through your awakening, you probably have been for a while, and it's not easy. It really isn't, and you're not alone. And it's more, don't suppress it, express it, okay? Your emotions need to come out, whether it's a big old laugh, a big old belly laugh, a big yawn, like this, or a big cry. Just let it out and be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I feel like this message is really needing to go through. Be kind to yourself. I hope this helped you. If this helped you, please let me know in the comments. I know people say this all the time, comment below like it's nothing, but for me it's communicating. It's so affirming when you've reached people, when you've hit somebody in the heart that needed to hear it. When I hear the videos that I need to hear, it's just like perfect synchronicity, and I always just send a little bit of something, even if I don't have time to write a full sentence. I'm just like, love, because then that person that's created it just knows, because it's not easy to put yourself out there in the world online like this. It's like you're open to all the things, you know. It's not something I do all the time, but I feel at this time more than ever it's needed. And even if you think people don't see, they see. The right people will see. So the right people that needed to hear and needed to see, because we need to be the light that we want to see. And if you're not feeling 100%, right, that's okay. You don't have to be perfect to show up. You don't have to be perfect to do the thing, whatever that thing is. You really don't, because no one else is. You just don't know that because you're not inside of them. You're not in their mind. Okay? You're more capable, you're stronger, you are more resilient, you are more creative than you could ever imagine. And if only you knew how amazingly unique and special you are and how much your gift is needed, then you would put it out there more. Be real, be vulnerable, be authentic, be you. And if you're anxious about your purpose is to feel safe in yourself, in your body. Your purpose is to nurture yourself right now. That is it. And that's enough. And that means you're on the path to finding your higher purpose. Right now, you're exactly where you need to be. Okay? Now, if you do need any support, please reach out. If you want to connect with me and have a session with me, I will link it in the comments and the description and on my homepage of the YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm just looking out at the trees. So relax, you've got this. And trust me, I don't always feel like I do, but when I do, I do. So night and day and night, everything changes, everything always changes. And wherever you are and whatever's going on for you, however much pain or joy you're feeling, that's going to change. So you are protected. You are here for a reason. You are eternal. This is just one of your bodysuits. Relax. Take the pressure off. You've got this.